We're back.
We're back. We are so excited to have you.
I'm Bo.
And I'm Austin.
And this is our table.
And that's Bo.
That's Austin.
So, it has been about 2.5 months since episode 1 of Movie Track Mondays. We figured after all the hard work that we put into the first episode, we may as well take, a little bit of a hiatus.
Yeah.
So we are back. We are well rested. Are you well rested?
No, not at all.
Okay, I'm well rested. So, what are we doing today?
We are watching Bringing Up Bobby.
Now, Bringing Up Bobby is a 2009 film written and directed by Chris Staron. What is Bringing Up Bobby about?
It's about a guy. His name is Bobby. Some call him Big Time Bobby. Beautiful Bobby. Take over from there.
Orphan siblings gather for the... Or, according to Christian Movies, the YouTube channel, orphan siblings gather for the reading of their late parents' will. But the real question is whether or not 15-year-old Bobby can accept Jesus and find himself. So, should be a pretty interesting watch. If you haven't watched episode 1, where we took a look at God's Club...
Don't watch it.
Or you could watch it.
You could.
Or not.
If you're lame.
Now, this episode's probably going to be better, so you could just watch this one.
Yeah.
Or...
And then wait another 2 months for the next one to come out.
Right. So, 2.5 months down the road, we'll bring out episode 3. We'll look at, Courageous or something like that.
I'll watch a pretty low-key one, Facing the Giants or something.
Something like that, yeah. Something nobody's ever heard of. Oh, before we get into that, Movie Track Mondays is where we put Christian movies under an unnecessary microscope. Are we qualified?
Not at all.
Do we know a lot about movies?
Have we ever made one?
A movie?
Mm-mm.
No.
Not at all.
It's not for lack of effort.
But we have watched a lot of them.
We have watched.
Basically qualified.
We have watched several movies. So, without further ado, this is Bringing Up Bobby, written and directed by Chris Staron. This music reminds me of My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Oh, yeah?
Have you ever watched that? Brian Morvant.
Wait, is he passing that over here? What in the world?
Oh. Whoa!
Oh, go ahead and bring that back, brother.
It's coming back!
What in the world?
Oh! Okay.
Guitar.
Already, I'm loving the title sequence.
I am. That's a pretty good title sequence. Good colors. I like it.
Mr. Weiler?
James Weil. That's present and accounted for.
The hot male woman. You know the type.
But you're a good girl. You can't be a mailman.
Correct. I've been retained by your sister as official representation to be present when your parents' will is read.
Will, the death certificate hasn't come. It came in?
Yeah.
I wrote a letter a week for 12 years trying to get them to pass this through.
Oh!
There's our man.
She seemed nice.
Get back in there.
That's what my hair looked like in the review section last time.
Hey, this is Dennis. If you're calling about the ad to ride the Loch Ness Monster, just leave your credit card number and we'll send you a receipt.
Dennis, don't forget about my birthday, bro. Water slides, baby.
Water slides, baby.
I haven't even prayed about it yet! Oh!
Why do I feel like all of this was dubbed over? Like the audio is just too pristine, you know? Unlike ours, which is...
Perfect.
What did Mom and Dad believe?
They seemed like really great people.
They were. Their belief in Christ kept them anchored. Their faith kept them hopeful. It permeated their whole life.
Permeated.
To be continued. Time for all little goth guys to go home.
I actually kind of like that camera angle. It's kind of creative, you know? Kind of creative,
To be continued.
I'm enjoying it so
Yeah,
far.
it's actually like a pretty good, like it's well made. I mean, it's like you can tell that it's low budget, but they actually like cared about what they were talking about, you know?
Yeah.
No, just pray for Eric, okay?
No problem.
Yeah, right now, that other movie, we were watching them in a car crash right now.
Yeah. Yeah, right about now the wife was dead.
Yeah.
I mean, technically the parents are dead in this one.
You can't have a Christian movie without someone dead.
Yeah, that's fair.
Pray for Eric.
Ms. Luck will be with you in a moment.
They told her don't stop smiling the entire shot.
It's her first time acting. They just told her to smile and she took it to heart.
They said if you stop smiling, you're fired. Just gonna start highlighting.
Always highlight your crush's Bible for them.
He's like, that's a good verse right there.
Or Campus Ministries? Do you drive? A car?
It's the most 2000.
I was just about to write down very 2009.
Are there any prayer groups?
I'm sorry, I just don't usually have goth kids just walk up to me.
What did she just say? I usually don't just have goth kids walk up to me.
How about we get rid of the faux hawk? I think that's the first step to recovery.
Is my hair still in a faux hawk?
Yeah.
But it's not like a
When do you think the faux hawk died?
2009 after this movie came out.
Security. Keep your eye on that kid on the lot. We've got a goth walking.
We got a goth. This entire movie is just anti-goth.
What's your kind doing around here?
We don't allow yoga. Okay, I am going to bet right now that they are attached to the hat. He's going to take the hat off and the dreadlocks are going to come with it.
Brother! Dennis? What are you doing here? Is that real?
You betcha! Dinner smells good.
Ah! Not gonna lie, that got me too.
I don't even know you, Bobby.
Back to the bench, Weiler.
Yes, sir.
That's a fair point. They've had 2 conversations up to this point.
Someone here?
Open the door! Anarchist!
No, man! You got a death wish? Okay.
Oh, happy birthday, baby brother.
Andrea.
I feel like I've seen her in other stuff.
Yeah, she looks vaguely familiar.
Is she in Facing the Giants? Is she like the wife's best friend or something?
Don't know. I'm gonna look it up though.
My birthday's always been on the 20th.
Walter, get the luggage.
So she's the villain, of course.
Yeah. Do you see my man Walter though?
He's kind of goated.
You'll only spoil him.
Is it Terry? Is that her name? No, she was the one that you said played in Jurassic School.
And the
Oh, that was right.
So she's been in some pretty high-level stuff.
Yeah.
Something tells me you're upset. A little bit testy. That's good, bro. Let it out. That's good, bro. Let it out.
See, they have really good framing of a lot of, I don't know, it's very creative.
They put a lot of effort into it.
They really did.
A lot of thought into it.
The lighting and the framing and everything, from a technical perspective, even though it's low budget, it's like...
Bring back some milk if you're going out.
It's a riding crop.
It's not a riding crop. It's a baton.
No, it's a riding crop.
Dude, we can't both have riding crops.
That's not in the table bylaws.
What is this?
Shoot. Shot.
This is serious. The challenge is still on the table, Bobby. What's your progress?
I'm committed.
To Jesus?
I don't know.
It's tough for someone to get to know you if you don't know you. That's what high school's all about. If you're still trying to figure out the God stuff, it's going to change everything.
I'm with you so far.
Just turns into early 2000s music video.
What's the... would you illegally download a car? What's that?
Oh, the pirating? Like,
yeah,
you wouldn't steal a car.
Yeah,
you wouldn't steal a movie.
The last will and testament of Jeffrey and Susan Weiler. We hereby decree that proper money shall be set aside for Robert Weiler to attend a 4-year college of his choice. Should the weight and burden of responsibility fall onto the shoulders of James Weiler, our eldest son, the remainder of our estate and funds in our bank account shall be placed in his care.
I bought her a car.
Why didn't you tell me?
See? I knew this is why you came here.
What?
Oh yeah, it wasn't for Bobby's birthday, it was for the money you expected.
If I could just suggest...
Shut it, Walter! Crazy, and you were gonna ask her on a date.
I did ask her on a date. It was wonderful. I've never been so happy in my life.
She's the optometrist? I thought you were a lawyer.
Money hungry, just like every man before you. And we had caramel apples together.
Forgive me for looking out for my family. I was gonna put Bobby through college, something I never got to do because you always had to go to Little League games and parent-teacher conferences. So, sue me.
I plan on it. We'll see you in court.
I was speaking figuratively.
The will dispute is scheduled for Wednesday.
Wednesday? How did you...
I booked it 4 months ago. I knew you'd try something crooked.
Oh, good
Don't
grief.
leave, or we'll get everything.
Come, let's take a journey. Let's see creation in another place. Oh, let us move on. We've been here too long. Let's go today.
I kind of do like this.
Yeah, it's a vibe.
To me.
You keep on telling me that I need to figure out who I am, but you can't even see past the log in your own eye.
Log in my own eye?
Have you been reading your Bible?
So what if I have?
Just a forgiven sinner, trying to make sure the Spirit permeates my being. Welcome to my life.
Why don't you use real words, Brett? I can't talk.
Try it again. Here, wait. We'll give you another chance. No, go ahead. Come on. Come on. Bo, I'm giving you another chance here.
Okay.
We'll rewind it and everything.
That's what makes me the perfect person to preach Jesus to you. I'm just a forgiven sinner, trying to make sure the Spirit permeates my...
Permeates? Why don't you use real words?
We're going to leave that whole thing in. Most important thing. God will... What does that say? Huh.
Foil.
God will foil.
That's what it says.
Good enough for me.
If the judge is late, do we get the courtroom?
Wait, so is his girlfriend... Are you crying? Are you crying? Oh, your eyes looked very watery there.
I'm sorry, that seemed to really got me.
No, but so is his girlfriend, or the girl he went on a date with, is that his sister's lawyer?
I think that's what they all thought it was.
But I don't know, that's confusing.
Oh no, cut that part out.
What, when I asked you about if you were crying?
No, I had a yawn and I had a really bad double chin. Just cut that out.
I'll just blur out your double chin.
Liz, what are you doing here?
What Bobby said.
Mr. Weiler, I don't have patience for this. 12 years, Weiler.
You kidding me? I'm proud of you. Running down here like that?
What?
It took a lot of character to stand up and say you won't be ruled by money or peer pressure.
Well, we didn't actually accomplish anything except losing the house.
Hey, part of being a man of God is doing the right thing, even when it doesn't change anything. Today you showed Eric how much you cared.
You're so wise. You're gonna be a real inspiration down at the poorhouse.
Andrea, I don't care about the money. I don't want to break up the family.
Aw, thanks, big brother. That's sweet. Let's keep business business.
Did you take everything I have?
Don't be silly. Just most of everything. Walter!
You're all heart, kid. I forgive you. Aha. You know, I wasn't kidding about that pantsuit. It is dynamite.
Everything is going
Dynamite gal.
everything in the house will be sold.
What is that from?
That's a Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh, yeah.
Just didn't leave you the shed.
Dynamite gal.
The aliens busting and killing. Yeah.
What?
Faith into practice. Standing up for what you believe in.
Praise God.
Do you want to go out sometime?
No, I'm good.
Nah, man. Or nah, woman. Nah, girl. Nah, female.
Nah, fam.
Nah, fam.
I don't know that I'm ready for a girlfriend yet.
Alright, hold on. Seal that.
Oh, wait. You see that?
Jesus. I've been thinking. I don't know that I'm ready for a girlfriend yet. I'm just learning about Jesus, and I think I just need some time.
I can help with that. Give me a call. You can pick me up in your car.
Sounds like a plan.
I don't get it. Everything's happy?
No, man. I mean, Liz and I aren't going out or anything.
We still have our issues with Dennis and Andrea.
Most of the furniture's gone.
I live in a foster home.
Right. Sorry about that.
It's better this way.
But now I know that it's not right for me to just say I believe in Jesus. I need to mean it. Live it.
Then everything's happy?
Maybe it's not about being happy.
Ooh, the suspense.
It's about owning your faith.
Doing the right thing even when it's hard. Trusting God's plan even when...
You're in foster care?
Not to make light of it, but yeah, you did the right thing by calling child services.
So, that was Bringing Up Bobby, 2009. So, what did you think?
Way better than the last one.
Oh yeah, like leaps and bounds better.
Like I had a hard time. I had a hard time making fun of this one because there wasn't like a ton to make fun of. There was a few cringy moments. There was a few cringy scenes, but this one.
Because it's like when it's a comedy, you almost like it's hard to make jokes about the jokes, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll get more into depth about the message and about the actual comedy and the characters here in a minute. So
to the final thoughts section.
To the final thoughts section.
Oh, which way are we going with it? Probably that way.
This way.
When I think of the final thoughts section, I'm always thinking right.
Towards me?
Yeah.
Or past me?
Past you.
Okay, so like.
Wait.
Oh.
That way.
Oh! Welcome to a very special episode of Movie Track Mondays, Final Thoughts section, where we go over. What do we go over?
The movie that we just watched.
Our final thoughts.
Oh. Wait, but we passed it in the last time. So
oh, okay, yeah. So.
I think it's coming from that side.
Oh, what's this? Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Thanks for joining us.
First off, I'd like to just start off with a quick question. Who do you think you are? What's the guy's name again?
Chris Staron.
Chris? Chris. I got questions. You think you can really just mosey on in here and make a half-decent Christian movie? Is that it, Chris?
I mean, I would even go as far as to say it was better than half-decent.
It was all the way to decent.
You think you can come in here to Movie Track Mondays
on episode 2?
On episode 2, we weren't even gonna get to the good ones
till like 5 or
6. I mean, maybe 7,
maybe
but like episode
7.
5 or 6. I mean, come on.
We saw Bobby's faux hawk and we were gonna roast that.
But then you put a good message in there.
And
you put a scripturally sound message into that movie.
Somewhat half decent, kind of a stretch though. Acting.
A few good actors in there.
A few good actors in there. And
I mean, come on.
Very charming film.
Very
charming.
Editing was good. Cinematography, pretty good.
Loved it. Loved every second of the.
But I mean, come on. We got a job to do here.
A little bit of racism towards goths. I love that.
Gothism.
Gothism. You're gothish.
Spice it up with a little gothism?
Yeah, he puts...
Anyway, so, final thought section. Chris Staron, we salute you.
Yes, sir.
So, let's break it down. What do you want to review first? We'll go over the characters, we'll go over the plot, we'll go over the technical side of it, and we'll go over the message. Which one first?
We'll go message.
Okay, so the message. I just wrote down a few of the different kind of ideas that they put throughout this film. Most of the positive ideas were given by the older brother James. The older brother, not the drug addict. Okay, so there's a few. Let's see. He says, everything changes when you are saved. Jesus has to be number one, and he has to be number one at the sacrifice of everything else. And that's really interesting because you don't see a lot of self-sacrificial things in kind of the public eye. And I know this was made in 2009, but I mean, it's still a message that we need to hear today. But yeah, that's kind of the root of, or one of the roots of Christianity is self-sacrifice. Paul said he has to sacrifice himself daily, or he has to die daily, to the flesh. And so by putting wow, you go ahead.
We don't serve a God of convenience, we serve a God of sacrifice. If God did everything according to our schedules and did everything according to things that we enjoy, then it wouldn't have to be any sacrifice.
Right,
but,
yeah.
He requires sacrifice of us.
Let's see.
There was also that message at the end about you might not see the results right off the bat. When they went to go ask if they could adopt Eric there at the end, Eric was Bobby's friend that had the alcoholic mother, and was it DHS?
Right, yeah.
It's called on.
Or child services.
Something like that, yeah. But yeah, they were talking, things didn't go the way they planned on when they were running over there, Eric still got taken away, and put in a foster home instead of them being able to adopt him,
And that goes back to that line, so right before that, actually, James said part of being a man of God is doing the right thing even when it doesn't change anything. Yeah. So he still put...
what was it right after that?
I think it was...
Because they drove away.
Oh, yeah, it was right after.
Right
Yeah.
after they said that. I was like, that's good.
Yeah, that was one of the good ones. But yeah, like, it was surprisingly good. I mean, the movie we watched last time, God's Club, it had a decent message, but it was very muddled, and like it kind of flip-flopped a lot.
It was a solid
God's Club?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Solid.
I mean, 3 out of 10.
I'm actually trying to get into Christian movies, so I'm not gonna hate on it.
Oh, okay, yeah, you gotta get your foot in the door there.
Yeah.
That. Shout out to Movie Track Mondays episode 1.
The goat.
The goat. Link in the...
Sorry, we were immature back then, 2 months ago. We didn't know what we were doing.
Link in the description if you haven't seen that episode. If I forget to put the link in the description, just go to my YouTube channel. I don't have that many videos out right now, so it'll be easy to find.
Yeah, he made sure to cover me up with the timestamp.
That was my bad.
That was pretty awesome.
That was poor design. Wow. Okay. Message. So is there any... Is there anything else you want to talk about the message? Oh, there was that whole subplot about the alcoholic mom with Chris. What did you think about that?
Chris or with Eric?
Was it Eric?
Eric's the guy's name.
I thought Chris was his name.
Chris is the director's name.
No, but his name was Chris. Oh no, it was Eric.
Yeah.
Okay, so see right here, I wrote an E, but it almost looks like a C, and I just assumed I had forgot the H, and then I had a C at the end, and I was like, I must have miswrote that so I just made it an S. So I have Chris without an H written down here, when in reality, in the first place, I wrote Eric. So, Eric. So what did you think about the Eric subplot?
They showed, what was it, like 3 separate scenes where he's going to get her from the bar?
I think so.
Yeah.
They were really hammered it home. I mean, I would say that was like the weakest point in the movie, like the weakest subplot, I guess. There weren't. Yeah. I guess that was one of the only subplots, but it wasn't. I don't know. It felt kind of disjointed. Like it was kind of removed from the main narrative. Then you have, let's see.
The hardware scene had some pretty, like when he's shopping for the fan.
Yeah.
That had some pretty funny.
I like that one. Really, he was that brother. The which one? Oh, Eric was the. No, Eric's the goth friend. Dennis. Dennis. He was probably one of the stronger points of the movie, honestly.
Yeah, I thought he was pretty funny. I thought he was pretty good with the anarchist.
Yeah, that was a good running joke. Yeah. And then like the payoff there, it's like I wouldn't expect them to have like actual like Russian mob or anything like that, but it was a good it fit the movie of what the anarchists turned out to be. Just random people, don't even have an accent. They're just like 2 middle-aged guys and a woman. I appreciated the we're anarchists, we don't use maps.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. Let's see. Characters. Who do you think was the strongest character?
Definitely not James.
No.
James definitely had his ups and downs. Bobby had his ups and downs.
James was a really good carrier for the message, but he wasn't
super. I mean, he was decently likable.
Right.
But I don't know what that lawyer saw in him, because he was not charming whatsoever. He was just super awkward.
Yeah,
it wasn't like a charming awkward. It was just like an awkward that made you be like, it just kind of turned you off.
I feel like his character was super inconsistent, because like he was super immature in some scenes where he was like dancing and stuff like that. Then he would like be able to minister to Bobby and stuff like that, and then he would, I don't know, it was just really weird. And I mean, the actor that played him, I guess he did what he could with the script, but it was still, I don't know, it was super inconsistent. But it seems like every other character stayed consistent throughout the movie, like, you know,
the sister character was very one note.
Yeah, super one note. She did have the one thing where with what's his face, Walter.
Walter.
Yeah, that was a pretty decent running joke.
I like that.
So she did have the one, and it's like every character has their thing. You know, Bobby has, you know, seeking after a relationship, but also, you know, struggling inwardly.
He's trying to find himself.
Yeah. Bobby's trying to find himself,
which is a lot of things that a lot of teenagers struggle with. Or in like 27-year-olds playing 15-year-olds, they struggle with that too.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Let me look over my notes here
Liz.
for a second. Oh yeah, how can we not
like,
talk about Liz?
Liz is like
one of the, I mean,
blandest. I don't know.
I don't know what to think about Liz. She definitely wasn't the best love interest I've ever seen. As
Liz and Bobby had about as much chemistry as like that friend that you haven't seen since they moved away in elementary, and you see them now, and you're like, oh hey. Yeah. Also, domed her in the head.
That's true. A sign of true love.
Yeah.
So yeah, Bringing Up Bobby, 2009.
Beat your record.
So let's give your final thoughts first.
Final thoughts, way better than God's Club. I wouldn't mind showing this to somebody. You know, somebody that but I wouldn't mind showing this to somebody. I thought it was a pretty good watch. I'm glad we watched it.
Let's each give it a scale out of 10, and then we'll add them up and divide it in half.
And then we'll come to a letter grade.
Yeah.
We're gonna make this as confusing as possible.
Okay, so
I will give it.
Wait, I haven't given my final thoughts yet. So,
Gosh, you're about to destroy that mic.
So I think it was a very solid watch. It was a very like quirky movie, and it's like it kind of felt like just like a bunch of friends kind of getting together, or maybe more of a church group, kind of getting together and filming something, you know, over the course of a few weeks. I thought even though it wasn't like the most mind-blowing sets, the framing of it and just sort of the aesthetic they went with really worked in their favor. So yeah,
like,
solid watch.
I would say like a solid 50% of the movies in the house.
Right, yeah, and that really they took their budget constraints, and that's one thing I really appreciate about movies that do that. That are able to work with their budget constraints and work that into the movie. Alrighty, so we give Bringing Up Bobby, written and directed by Chris Staron, a 7.5 out of 10. So, that's it for this episode
Which would be a 75, so a C.
That's it for this episode of Movie Track Mondays.
When you put it like that, it was better than a C.
It was better than a C.
Okay,
so it's a 7.5 out of 10, but we'll give it a solid B+.
B+.
B+. Because that's how grading systems work.
I'm going to be a great teacher.
Oh, yeah. So, anything else before we sign off?
I don't think so. Go check it out for yourself. We'll have the link down in the description.
Right, yeah.
Go check out our Instagrams. Mine is bo.devore.
And mine is austin.lillard. And then you can follow Smooth Stone Productions on Instagram, or like us on Facebook. Or, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to be crazy with it. Even subscribe to us on YouTube.
Oh.
I mean, come on.
Maybe even drop a like down there?
Drop a like, leave a comment. I mean, comment anything. We don't care what you comment. It's got to be appropriate, but...
Comment on Austin's Faux Hawk. What do you give it out of 10?
Yeah, what do you give the old Faux Hawk out of 10? The old...
on the Faux Hawk scale, what do you give it out of 10?
So, yeah, I'd like to see your comments on my hair and Bo's facial hair.
Don't comment on my facial hair. I'll delete every comment.
So anyways, yeah, like and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. So,
anyway,
this has been...
I was gonna salute off. Nah.
This has been Movie Track Mondays with Bo DeVore.
And Austin Lillard.
That's Austin Lillard.
And that's Bo DeVore. Wait.
Yeah.
You just said your own name.
Yeah, I know. I got nothing.
And this is Bo DeVore.
So, thank you for taking the time to watch this, and we will have another episode in 2.5 months. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to try to get these out at least once a month. So, and keep an eye out for more Smooth Stone Production content. So, that's it. This has been a really long sign-off.
We've been signing off for 5 minutes now.
We'll cut it down.
Anyway, see ya.
I love you.
I love you more.
I love you most.
I love you most.
Don't try to one-up me.
I'm getting a call. Probably my mom.